the last thing that I prepared is this thing. And that's what I want you to, that's part of your homework too. I want you to write, draw, whatever, so we can find out what your field of interest is about this thing. You can do a spoof about it, you can write what your reaction to this is. I'm not going to talk about my concept, about what my concept was when I made this. I'm just interested in how you react to it. Okay, it can be good, it can be bad, whatever. You can write, draw, Photoshop it. You can even like scramble on it. That's one thing that I want you to do. If you feel like, just write on these handouts that they give you and stuff like that, because it shows like your subconscious working progress or how your brain works. So feel free to do whatever you want. So, as we said, work on this guy. Any questions so far? Any things you want to point out? Come on.
Is there a digital copy of that if people want to Photoshop it?
Yeah, I mean, I can
put it on the blog?
Yeah, I'll put it on the blog. Okay. Just, you managed to have debates before. We know you can speak, so. Okay, so let's go around and let's talk about what your medium of choice is, or what were you thinking about doing.
For example, now I wanted to question.
Yeah.
Everything is a sign, yes? As I understand.
No.
For example,
much.
Okay, the whole view, that's not a sign, but for example, the thing like a glass, like a cup, it's a sign.
Yes, can be. Yeah.
For example, the bear is the is the sign.
Yeah.
The Che Guevara is the sign. The star is a sign.
Everything.
Okay.
That's my point. I mean, you don't have to take a sign. This is like more like a philosophical term for something. It's not like an actual sign, but whenever you want to build something, or like, let's say a house. If you take a house, for instance, a sign can be a brick, or can be like, I don't know, a piece of paint that you're going to put on the wall, whatever. The sign is just like.
But whole building also is a sign.
Yeah. That's what we're going to talk like later on. I mean,
it's a sign in the larger view.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And if I took only the building, then the sign is a brick. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Because that's the way nature works. If you look at the tree, it has little leaves on.
Yeah.
But if you look at the structure of the leaves and you like magnify it, you get the whole tree out of it. Because it always works like that. You can, I mean, let's say the structure of our cells are similar to the structure of like our whole body and stuff like that. Because that's the way nature works, and that's the way we kind of like try to absorb things. You know, like by cutting it down to those signs and understanding their structure and the way they work between them, and then like magnifying them to whole systems. Because as you said, okay, if you kind of like imagine a house made out of bricks, you've got those little square things and that form a house. But then again, if you look at the city from the air, that little brick becomes the whole building, and the whole city is kind of like shaped as a house, and it has like the purpose of the house only magnified. So it basically, it all comes down to the same things. I'll show you examples when we get like the projector, where you have like pieces of, as I told you, where you have leaves, X-ray, and they have the same structure of the tree. They have like the main, the main things, and then the little one, and so on. So back to the medium of choice.